Ghana's renowned celebrity blogger and publicist Ameyaw Debrah talks to the African Dream from Brazil about how things are faring among fans in the Black Stars camp and other issues with the 2014 World Cup. How are you doing today, Ameyaw Debrah?
I'm feeling great. It's a bit of a rainy morning here in Natal.
Interesting. I see you have two of your friends behind you. Do you mind introducing them?
Sure. So this is Nana Poku. He's a TV producer. And right back behind me is Micah, a TV presenter and radio presenter as well. They're in Brazil shooting the fan diary and taking it back home in Ghana for people to see what's happening around the stadiums, etc.
How is the atmosphere like at the Ghanaian supporters camp in Brazil?
It's fantastic. I always wonder how they get the energy. They wake up each day rehearsing their Jama songs. They're having aerobics, run about the camp. They have a swimming pool. They have games, and they will have a TV, like an area where they watch all the other matches. So the spirit is high. When it's off match day for Ghana, they go about rehearsing. I would say they're very motivated at the moment. Yeah.
Interesting. So it's a highly spirited atmosphere in the camp where you're at. Tell us now, before the Group G game, a lot of people felt Ghana was going to defeat the USA, but the Black Stars suffered a shocking 2-1 defeat at the hands of the Americans. Tell us, how did that affect morale among supporters and players since you're out there in Brazil?
Before the game, everybody thought that we had it. But unfortunately, the match turned out to be a surprise. USA did fantastic. We did amazing as well, but we didn't come out winning the game. After the match, the people were disappointed, but they were not entirely deflated. They were of the belief that yes, we have lost our first match, but we can come out strong, we can beat the Germans, and even go ahead to beat the Portuguese. Because after the US match, we were a bit disappointed, but nevertheless, we didn't give up.
Interesting. So always keeping hope alive. Now, you already introduced your friends behind you. Could you have them speak for themselves about how they felt when Ghana and Germany drew 2-2? Because that was so far one of the most beautiful games in the World Cup, and I'd like to have them share their opinions about how that match, affected them personally, shortly.
On a personal level, I think the words, I was surprised that we were able to play out the 2-0 with the Germans. At the point, I actually thought we were going to win. It was very surprising seeing how the boys could have a spirited performance against the Germans, especially after a disappointing loss against the US. So I think that draw lifted up our spirits a bit, giving us a bit of hope that we are going to qualify out of the group. We are looking forward to a game against Portugal on Thursday.
Interesting.
It's basically what other people have just said. I mean, it was supposed to be the biggest game of the group, but then it didn't really look that challenging as expected. But we're talking about Germany ranked second in the world, and look at the German machine. When they stand up, it's very difficult to, deal with. But somehow the Black Stars dealt with it well. I mean, nearly won the game, but for that last minute loss of concentration that enabled the Germans draw 2-2, which still sort of keeps us in the group, because now we're going to go down to the last one to see how things go. So for now, we'll see in Ghana. Let's see how things go.
Interesting. Let's see how things go. I see there's going to be a lot of mathematical permutations in the remaining few matches in this Group D, and so it's going to be exciting how things go. Anyway, I feel your energy, and speak a little about the ambassadors that joined in the national team to the World Cup and what some of them are doing to motivate the players and positively sell Ghana to Ameyaw.
Yeah, I think their role is in different dimensions. But since they've been here, they've tried to be in some interaction with the supporters mainly. I haven't seen them visiting the footballers yet, but it's interaction with the fans that came to support Ghana and keeping them their spirits up so that anytime we go to the stadium, they will join them in supporting the Black Stars. And of course, Becca, who's an ambassador, has been performing at the what we like to call Ghana Village. There's a lot of excitement around that time. They mount the stage, sell Ghanaian music, sell Ghanaian arts and crafts as well. So I think, that has been what I've written in terms of the role of the ambassadors here in Brazil.
Ameyaw, let me ask your colleague to briefly answer this question. How are people responding to the African performance in general at the World Cup?
It's amazing. It's as if they know the music, they dance to it, they move to their beats, they move to their rhythm as if it's their own music. I mean, Brazilians like to party just like Ghanaians, so it's amazing how they react. Even the performers, the musicians are even surprised at how their music is being received by the Brazilians. I think all around the general impression is they are having fun at the Ghana Village and they are always expecting to see more performances day in, day out. So I think it's a good thing that we brought here to Brazil.
Now, are you surprised by this goodwill being, showered on you by the Brazilians?
No, not really surprised. I mean, if you been to any of the major World Cup, the World Cup that Ghana have been participated in Germany, in South Africa, it was the same thing. Everywhere that Ghana goes, we have that kind of support from their home country. So I expected nothing less for the Brazilians, even though it's been overwhelming. I think this is exactly what we expected. The Brazilians are showing us a lot of support. You go to the stadium, you're always outnumbered by the opposition supporters, but you always get ahead because the Brazilians are there in their numbers to support us.
That's good to know. It's not just about Ghana, but it's about a whole community of people coming out to support the Black Stars. Now, just answer this question, if I may ask. Has there been any significant happenings out there that you want people to be aware of?
Well, I think the performances, the concert at the Ghana Village is one of the big highlights we came with, and of course it's happening throughout our stay. And so anybody out there who is in Natal and Montenegro can always pass by the street and check out the performances. Of course, there's been also stories about challenges, especially on Saturday when we went to Fortaleza and we got sort of stranded at the airport. I mean, these are some of the challenges that we face, but notwithstanding, we are spirited. We have the spirit to continue our journey and our hope to victory in this World Cup. So yeah, we are sort of resolved in that to do it.
Thank you, Ameyaw Debrah. It's been fun talking to you. Now, before I leave you, I hear the Ghana supporters have one of the coolest cheer songs.
Which one is the most popular? Oh boy, oh boy. Yes, yes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That one is, the most popular one because all the Brazilians have picked it up, the Mexicans have picked it up, it's fantastic.
It's called the Poku song.
The Poku song, yeah, it's a hit song at the moment.
Now, folks, you've been listening to The African Dream, or rather, before we speak to Ameyaw Debrah, Ghanaian celebrity, blogger, and publicist covering the World Cup in Brazil. It's been nice talking to you from Natal, Ameyaw, and we look forward to hooking up with you again for more updates. Have a good day and all the best.